Now coming on to the Gordon's model, very interesting some model, and it is much more dynamic system of valuing the firm. It proposes that the value of the firm is the PV or the present value, I can say, of an increasing dividend stream. Right? बहुत important lines है, मैं नोट में लिखवाऊंगा. The first coming on to this, the Gordon's model. According to Gordon, market price of share is equal to present value of all future dividends, and it is an increasing stream of dividends, as I just said. Now, his main contention is that rate of growth of dividend is a function of retained earnings and rate of return on retained earnings. So G equals to B into R. In important terms, we have done this in that list, where G, rate of growth, B, proportion of retained earnings, R, rate of return on retained earnings, which is nothing but IRR. Right? The formula seems very much sorted. Let me tell you, it's nothing but a wonderful creation, a GP series put into place in the best possible manner. Right? You would be seeing me praising this formula every now and then, but yes, it has its limitation, and we'll dig deep into understanding how the formula functions. The limitation of this model is that it can be applied only if KE is greater than G. I'll come to this part, right? And moreover, it does not work when the PO ratio, or that is the DP ratio, is 0. Right? There are a lot of assumptions which I'll come to. First, I would like to go through a concept practice problem. Right? You notice over here, dividend for the year just ended is 6, EPS being 10, rate of return 10%, cost of capital being 10%. Right? So as we can see, the dividend for the year just ended, भाई क्या लिखा है? Just ended. What does it denote? यानी अभी अभी जो साल गया. So we can term it as D0. So you are on the first day of the year, and for the year just ended is the previous year last day. So we are just talking about 24 hours back, the dividend that was released, right? So it is previous year's last day, and today we are standing on the first day of the year. So we are assuming 31st March ko dividend of 6 was given, and today we are standing on 1st of April. EPS being 10, rate of return 10%, cost of capital being 10%. Right, wonderful. This is super easy. So we'll just go through this sum. It's our basic concept practice sum. Right? So now let us deal with the answer of it. Applying the formula, very, very easy. What does the formula say? Formula states P0 equals to D1 divided by KE minus G. Right. That is what the formula states, which can further be written as P0 equals to D0 into 1 plus G divided by KE minus G. If you recollect, when I was talking about growth under the important terms heading, I told you the growth is on the overall earnings. Does dividend form a part of the earnings? Am I right? Yes, it forms a part of the earnings base. So let us try and understand the dividend for the year just ended, 6, EPS being 10. So this earnings, this dividend, that the composite, right? 6 rupees is a part of this 10 rupees. This entire thing will grow. So if earnings is growing, will the dividend also grow? Yes, it will grow. That is where the Gordon model takes the lead. It is working on an ever-changing dividend stream. That's the wonderful part of the story. So, dividend of year 0 has to be adjusted to dividend of year 1, that is after 12 months, right? Divided by KE minus G will give us the present value of an increasing dividend stream. Wonderfully crafted formula, so that dividend would be jumping every year, and the present value of that dividend stream is nothing but the intrinsic value of the share. Am I right? I'll be discussing what are the differences between these two models as well. So KE minus G. KE minus G is nothing but, किसी महापुरुष ने कहा है, it is net discounting rate. Would be wondering who is that Mahapurush? Talking about myself. चलो, तो यहां ध्यान देते हैं नेट डिस्काउंटिंग रेट की तरफ. ये मैं इसको नेट डिस्काउंटिंग रेट बोलता हूं, प्रूफ करके बताऊंगा मैथमेटिकली, राइट. तो आगे बढ़ते हुए we'll just apply this formula. Let us first find out the growth rate. मेरे मजाक पे ज्यादा ध्यान मत दो अभी. डिविडेंड इज 6, so EPS is 10, so payout ratio is how much? 60%, right? So retention ratio is how much? Retention ratio is 40%, right? EPS 10, dividend 6, बच गया क्या? 4 रुपए. 4 by 10 is 40%, rate of return is 10%. So B into R, how much are we getting? 104, or I can say 4%. Am I right? ठीक है, or 4%. So that is our growth rate. So we have to just gingerly apply this formula. So we get P0 equal to D0 कितना था भाई? 6 into 1 plus G. This year refers to, the current year, the year just ended. I would like to put it more precisely because that can confuse us. So the year just ended, we had 6 rupees, that's D0, 12 months. So the end of the current year, you would find 4% growth in that, that's 6 rupees 24 paise. KE minus G. Right? So what do we get over here? We get 6.24, that is this year's end dividend. Right? Current year ending, not the year just gone by. Divided by 10. 10 is our cost of capital, if you can see over here. The cost of capital being 10%. Right? Minus 4, that's 0.06. So if I just apply a little bit of mathematics, I should get rupees 104. Am I right? So over here, the answer is 104 rupees is the intrinsic value at a dividend payout ratio of 60%. Right? So आपको लग रहा होगा कि सर इसमें कॉम्प्लेक्स क्या है? कॉम्प्लेक्स तो बेटा फॉर्मूला है. राइट? बहुत सीधा सीधा नहीं है फॉर्मूला. Now let us go on to understanding the formula, guys. We'll write a heading over here, understanding the formula. Now the earnings from the retained earnings are reinvested, right, in the proportion of existing retention ratio. अर्थात कवि क्या कहना चाहता है, मैं चाहता हूं कि आप एक नोट लिखो मेरे साथ साथ, प्लीज राइट अ नोट. The earnings from right, the earnings from the retained earnings, समझने लायक बात है. Retained earnings क्या बोला है, कवि क्या कहना चाहता है, द अर्निंग्स फ्रॉम द रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स आर री इन्वेस्टेड. Reinvested in proportion of the existing retention ratio. बेटा what does the poet want to say? Let us try and understand that. कवि क्या कहना चाहता है. मानो हमारे पास कितना था, हमारा अगर आप देखो पैसे कितने हैं भाई हमारे पास, हाँ 10 रुपीज, राइट. ग्रोथ क्या है 4%, तो कितना आया 40 पैसे, राइट. तो 40 पैसे, रिटेंशन रेशो करेंटली क्या है 40%, राइट. तो 40% ऑफ 40 पैसे वुड अगेन बी री इन्वेस्टेड, दैट इज व्हाट द पोएट वांट्स टू से. तो रेस्ट ऑफ द मनी का क्या होगा, लिखो लिखो, द रेस्ट इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. हमने देखा 6.24 डिविडेंड, करेक्ट. द रेस्ट इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिविडेंड. द रेस्ट इज distributed in the form of dividend. Sir, does this happen for 1 year or every year? नहीं, every year. उसीलिए हम क्या देखते हैं, the dividend stream would keep on increasing year on year at the G rate. Thus the stream of dividend increases year on year at growth rate, G rate. ठीक है, तो ग्रोथ रेट के हिसाब से द डिविडेंड वुड कीप ऑन जंपिंग ईयर ऑन ईयर. तो ये आ गई हमारी बात समझ, राइट. तो हमने थियोरेटिकली बेटा देख तो लिया कि all this what's happening in the Gordon's model, the earnings from retained earnings are reinvested in proportion of the existing retention ratio, blah blah blah. We have applied the formula, got the answer, but I just want to do one visual proof, right? For that purpose I want you to draw a table. क्या करेंगे हम लोग, एक टेबल ड्रॉ करेंगे. क्या क्या लिखेंगे टेबल के अंदर, particulars, राइट. बाद में डिविडेंड एंड रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स, ठीक. सो यहां मैं लिख दूंगा ईयर 1. अगर आप सम देखें तो ईयर 1 में कितना डिविडेंड है, यहां दिया ईयर जस्ट एंडेड ₹6. तो हम लोग यहां ईयर 1 की जगह ईयर 0 से शुरू कर देते हैं, बेटर रहेगा, ज्यादा क्लैरिटी आएगी. जस्ट रीराइट दिस वंस अगेन. ईयर जस्ट एंडेड, तो यहां क्या आएगा ईयर 0, राइट. ईयर 0 पर कितना था डिविडेंड 6, रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स 4, यानी डिवीजन इन 60-40 रेशियो, 60 डिविडेंड पे आउट रेशियो एंड 40 रिटेंशन रेशियो. नाउ सी द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस formula, how it works. Earnings on retained earnings. Do we consider earnings on retained earnings over here? Yes, very much. retained earnings कितना है हमारा 4 rupees. तो उसमें से कितना पैसा मिलेगा 10% was our IRR rate, तो 40 पैसा आएगा. Right now 40 paisa would be divided in the same ratio. Now this 40 paisa, will it occur till infinity? 40 paisa continues. तो मैं ऐसे ऐसे डॉट बना दे रहा हूं. It will help you to easily understand what's happening. So 40 paisa keeps on happening year on year till infinity. Year 1, what will be my dividend? Primary project gives rupees 10. Out of that 6 will pay again as dividend, and the secondary project, primary यानी जो business है हमारा, वहां से 6 रुपए आए 6 rupees, and 40 paisa has come from the earnings on retained earnings. So that 40 paisa continues till infinity. उसमें से 24 paisa, same old ratio, 60% of 40 paisa is nothing but 24 paisa. So this goes to 6 rupees to 6.24 rupees. So 24 paisa, there is an increase in dividend, right? So obviously 10 rupees has been generated by the primary project. So 6 goes in the form of dividend, right? Meets 0.24 from earnings on retained earnings, becomes 6.24. So obviously on this end would be how much? 4 from the primary project, and earnings on retained earnings में से कितना फिर से retention हुआ है? There is again a retention done. That is how much? 16 paisa. 40% of 40 paisa. So it will become 4.16. Correct. So basically this 40 paisa gets segregated into two parts, and it will occur till infinity. 24 will go into dividend, 16 will be reinvested. 24 will go into dividend, 16 would be reinvested, and this goes on till infinity, right? And 4 rupees contribution from the primary project. Now earnings on retained earnings, भाई ये कितना आएगा अभी? Now over here you have to be very very careful. What is going to happen? ये एक बार समझ में आ गया तब तो बहुत आसान है. Nothing else that you need to understand in this formula. यहां कितना आएगा? 10% of this, right? Sorry, 10% of 0.416 हमने ले लिया ऑलरेडी. 4.16 10% उसका है 0.416. So this 0.416 will happen till infinity, right? तो इसका हमने 10% ले लिया. Perfect. Now इसमें से क्या होगा? This is what? ये 4 rupees हमारा फर्स्ट रीइन्वेस्टमेंट था. ये सब्सिडरी प्रोजेक्ट 2 बन जाएगा, एंड विल कीप ऑन जनरेटिंग 0.416 पैसा और रुपीस टिल इंफिनिटी. तो रफली 42 पैसे के आसपास जनरेट कर रहा है. अगेन दैट विल गेट डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 पार्ट्स. So 60%, that is 0.2496 would get added to 6.24. Try and understand this. Plus 6.24. तो 6.4896 जो हमारा बना है, राइट, दैट इज वन पार्ट. द अदर पार्ट रिटेंशन में कितना जाएगा? 0.416 इंटू 0.4, 40%, 0.1664 गेट्स एडेड टू, सो दिस बिकम्स 4.3264. अब मुझे बता सकते हैं ये कैसे अमाउंट आया रिटेंशन का? 4.3264 दैट विल गेट रीइन्वेस्टेड. 4 rupees comes from the Papa project, the parent project, right? बाद में हमारा जो फर्स्ट रीइन्वेस्टमेंट था, तो 4 rupees डन, सॉर्टेड. सो हमारा फर्स्ट रीइन्वेस्टमेंट था वो कितने का था? 4 rupees. उसमें से 40 पैसा वर जनरेटेड, बट ओनली 16 वर केप्ट एट होम, राइट? So I told you 40 paisa will get split into 24 and 16 till infinity. 40 paisa will get generated from this subsidiary project 1 till infinity. So that 16 paisa addition happened over here. So 4.16 sorted, right? But our answer is 4.3264. How is that arrived? Again, there is S2 subsidiary project 2 which comes into picture, which keeps on generating 0.416, gets subdivided into 2 parts. क्या क्या? 0.2496 and 0.16 0.164. Are you baat samajh? So it will get split into two parts, and this will occur again till infinity. So this 0.1664 gets retained and gets reinvested. So 4, I'll practically write it over here, 4 plus 0.16 plus 0.1664, right? So एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं, 4 plus 0.16 plus 0.1664, is it giving us 4.3264? Yes. तो ये एक इंक्रीजिंग सीरीज में जा रहा है. सेम आइडिया, पेरेंट प्रोजेक्ट से 6 रुपए, विल डू कैलकुलेशन ओवर हियर, 6 rupees, 24 paisa from subsidiary 1, and then how much? 0.2496 from subsidiary 2 project. This 0.416 gets split, so 0.2496 plus 0.24 plus 6, so we get 6.4896. Am I getting it? Yes, very much. हमारे कैलसी पे भी ये नंबर आ गया है, 6.4896. So you would be wondering, sir, ये GP सीरीज के हिसाब से इंक्रीज कर रहा है, isn't it? It keeps on propelling at a higher rate. The next addition is always greater than the previous one, and the tree will keep on increasing. Sir, imagine if this goes for 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years. क्या तो नंबर आएगा, नेक्स्ट लेवल नंबर आएगा, बहुत बड़ा नंबर आएगा, राइट? सो हम लोग क्या करते हैं गॉर्डन्स मॉडल में, द इंक्रीजिंग डिविडेंड स्ट्रीम इज बॉट टू प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. तो हम लोग इसको पीवी फैक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं. वी मल्टीप्लाई दिस विथ प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर, स्टार्टिंग नॉट फ्रॉम T0, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम T1, राइट? तो whatever at this 1st of April, I'm looking at whatever I'm going to receive in future. Year 1 end dividend, year 2 end dividend, सबको प्रेजेंट वैल्यू पे लाना है. हमारा कितना है कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल? 10%. सो PVF at 10%, right? So this would be roughly how much? 0.909 blah 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 0.826. We'll keep on, and this dividend gets multiplied with the present value factor in order to find out the present value of an increasing dividend stream that I gave in my note, right? The rest is distributed to the firm. Thus the stream of dividend increases year on year at G rate. वो भी कंफर्म कर लेते हैं. What is our G rate, guys? Growth rate. हमारा रिटेंशन रेशियो क्या है? 40% into IRR 10, that is 4%. So is this increasing at the 4% rate? एक बार मैं ट्रायल कर लेता हूं. 6 into 1.04 into 1.04 into, करते जाओ, देखो आ रहे हैं नंबर. 6 into 1.04 is 6.24. 6.24 into 1.04 कितना आ रहा है? आ गया भाई हमारा कितना? 6.4896. So if you notice, this is also growing at the same 4%, right? मल्टीप्लाई करके देखो, 4 into 1.04 क्या आया? 4.16 into 1.04, 4.3264. So this is increasing at the growth rate, right? Wonderful. But obviously after some time this number would escalate to a massive number, right? Don't worry, this would be tending towards 0 at one point in time. Now can you just think, does the Gordon model take into account the retained earnings part? वॉल्टर में क्या था? दो पार्ट थे, डिविडेंड था, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ डिविडेंड स्ट्रीम एंड प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैपिटल अप्रिसिएशन. ओवर हियर आर वी टेकिंग बोथ? इसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू और इसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू? नो, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग बोथ. Gordon's school of thought says from the retained earnings there is spillover in the dividend, right? Return on retained earnings, return on retained earnings, all that is happening as you go down. More and more subsidiary projects, उसके ऊपर भी return compute हो रहा है. So he says it is nothing but the present value of dividend stream. This keeps on, so on, it goes on and on and on. This table keeps going on. And when you multiply the dividend with the present value factor, you will get rupees 104, right? अब आप सोचोगे सर आपकी बात कैसे माने, राइट? तो यहां क्या आएगा, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मुझे मार्क करनी है. सो हियर आई विल राइट, थोड़ा अच्छा लगता है देखने में, ये हाथ से ड्रॉ करने जाऊंगा खराब लगेगा. तो सो आई राइट ओवर हियर द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, अरे भाई चल जाओ, द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ retained earnings is not considered, right? Now you would be wondering, ये नंबर याद रखो यहाँ, ठीक है? 6.24 into 0.090 6.4896 into 0.826 blah 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 and it keeps on going, right? Now just as a matter of proof, ज़्यादा लंबा टेबल नहीं खींचना चाहता हूँ, just as a matter of proof I just wanted to show you how the subsidiary project kicks in, and again the earnings from that is split into two parts, right? आपको एक प्रूफ बताता हूँ, नंबर्स याद है, ठीक है, दिमाग में कैद कर लो. एंड नाउ चेक ओवर हियर, ठीक है, एक्सेल पे बनाया गया है. तो यहां देखेंगे ₹6 ग्रोज एट 1.04, जो मैंने आपको अभी प्रूफ करके बताया, दैट इट कीप्स ऑन एस्केलेटिंग एट ग्रोथ रेट एंड डिस्काउंटिंग रेट इज 10%, राइट? 6.24 into 0.9090909090 प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, दैट इज 6.24 into PV फैक्टर, मल्टीप्लाई करोगे आपको मिलेगा 5.67272727272727, राइट? सेकंड क्या था अपना नंबर, अभी मेरे स्क्रीन पे है 6.4896 इंटू 0.826 ही लिखा था, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली पूरी सीरीज लेंगे. सो प्रूफ करने के लिए अब यहां देखो, इज द नंबर एस्केलेटिंग, दिस वन, कर्सर घुमा के देख रहा हूं, दिस पार्ट, right? The dividend stream is escalating, whereas this number is decreasing, right? And if you keep on checking, कहां तक जाएगा नंबर, कितने साल किया होगा मैंने, 400 years, just to show you an example. See, देखो नंबर देखो, सी कॉलम सी, भाई क्या तो डिविडेंड है, सुपर. इफ यू सी कॉलम डी, the present value is almost tending towards zero. आ रही बात समझ, है ना? भाई आ जाओ. तो अगर हम देखें यहां 400, जैसे मैंने प्रॉमिस किया था, भाई डिविडेंड क्या है, कितना भाई, 3,90,37,946.98. क्या बड़ा नंबर है ये तो यार. एंड डी में देखें तो भाई बहुत सारे जीरो है, सो ऑलमोस्ट टेंडिंग टुवर्ड जीरो. और फाइनल कॉलम में देखो, इवन 3,90,37,946.98 is getting multiplied to such a small number that the final E column, right, which is nothing but C into D, is almost tending towards zero, and we see the total. देखो, this is tending towards 10, that is 1 by KE. Am I right? यहां देखो कितना है, 103.99999999, which is nothing but 104. हो गई मेरी बात प्रूफ? हाँ जी, यू वुड बी वंडरिंग. हाँ, तो इसमें ऑब्वियसली ये मैं आपको टेबल पे तो नहीं कराऊंगा, ये एक्सेल से बेटर रहेगा. सो दिस इज जस्ट अ प्रूफ दैट द फॉर्मूला डज नॉट कंसिडर PV of retained earnings, right? On the other hand, it is nothing but 104 is nothing but the present value of increasing dividend stream. आगे बात समझ. You would be wondering, भाई IPCC में तो ऐसा कुछ देखा नहीं है. राइट, स्टॉप स्माइलिंग, जस्ट फोकस ओवर हियर. तो हमने क्या देखा यहाँ, डिविडेंड फॉर द ईयर जस्ट एंडेड इज ₹6, ईपीएस बीइंग ₹10, रेट ऑफ रिटर्न सब मैंने वही लगाया था, फॉर्मूला लगाया, राइट, एंड वी गॉट दिस आंसर ऑफ 104 which I got through my breakup approach, wherein I broke down the numbers and showed you the series, went to the Excel and proved it. वही मैं बता रहा था, that is what we are supposed to do, learn actually, right? So this is what learning is all about according to me, actually understanding what makes up the formula, and this is how the formula taps an increasing dividend stream. So it is nothing but a GP series progression brought to present value, amazing formula, right? As I told you, I'll keep on praising it. Now there is another way of proving my point. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था net discounting rate के बारे में, so we have done by this method, by the formula, by the tree explanation, how the GP series of the dividend stream occurs. Now I go to my own personal explanation